Welcome back, guys, to another edition of Current Events with Mr. Bombeck and Mr. Kruger. Okay, we've got a great episode today, starting off with some pretty big breaking news from our side of the town here by Westreach. North Road is getting major construction done over the next 3 years. They are actually going to convert and change North Road from a 2-lane to a 3-lane, where there's a center turn lane all the way across. I think this is going to make huge improvements to the flow of traffic along the west side of Grand Island. Big news coming from North Road. 3 lanes, new drainage, multi-million-dollar project. I'm excited for it.
It's funny that you're talking about the North, Mr. Kruger, because there's some pretty major news coming out of North Korea. So, as we all know, Donald Trump's good pal, Kim Jong-un, leader of North Korea, supposedly he might be dead or in a vegetative state, meaning he can't control, he's not awake, he's on life support. So what happened in North Korea? Supposedly he was in the countryside of North Korea riding his horse, and he clutched his chest and fell off. His own personal doctor was able to give him CPR and get him to a local hospital where he tried to perform heart surgery. However, this doctor knew that if it failed, he would probably be killed. So he was shaking so bad that putting a stent in Kim Jong-un's heart failed, and that's why we think he could be dead. North Korea has not announced this yet, though, because that would make them look weak. Okay? Some people think that that's all a lie. Some people say he has coronavirus. Other people said he's just hanging out at a beach. But we can kind of say that that's a lie, too, because he's missed 2 major holidays in North Korea. First is the birthday of his grandfather, who created the communist regime in North Korea. Second is their military, where they have the big military parades, their military day, which he definitely wouldn't miss because, as we call him, Little Rocket Man. So, this could be a big major player in world politics because his sister is bound to take over if Kim Jong-un dies. I guess we'll only find out.
You know what you're thinking? This quarantine is getting really old. And that's true. Some people are doing a whole bunch of crazy things, trying to figure out ways to pass time. Maybe grow out a nice mustache. You know, it's just whatever you can do to get through the time. We have a great video here from Casey Stauffer, cute little girl, and she is going to explain 16 different ways to pass the time.
I'm going to show you 16 ways to entertain yourself. Number 1, count all the grass in your yard. 20. Oh, shoot. I messed up. Number 2, pretend to be a caterpillar and slide all over your house. Number 3, go out your balcony and scream all your emotions. I am lonely! Number 4, give yourself a makeover. Actually, wait, don't touch your face. 5, draw on your mirror with Sharpie instead. Number 6, dance like nobody's watching. Because they're not watching. Pretend you're stranded on an island. A ship! A ship! Hey! Number 8, make a new friend out of toilet paper rolls. Jessica. Number 9, invent a new frappuccino. What can I get for you today? Okay. Milkshake. Number 10, watch 5 feet apart. Number 11, hide cheese around your house. And then find it again for a tasty snack. Okay, take 2. Number 12, make a drama starring your fish. You have to have more emotion, Richard. You guys are in love. I'm not saying it. Number 13, make a mess and watch someone else clean it up. Number 14, make an obstacle course with garbage. Number 15, vandalize your own house. My work is done. Relax. Number 16, relax.
Supposedly, it's the most magical place in the world. We're talking about Disney. However, their employees are probably not thinking that right now. So Disney just announced that they are no longer going to be paying their hundreds of thousands of employees, but they are still going to pay the stockholders. The stockholders are the people that invest in the company, and they're usually rich. So what they're saying is the rich are going to get richer, while those that depend on the paycheck aren't going to get paid. The heir to the Disney fortune, the daughter of the CEO right now, said that she doesn't agree with this and kind of defied her dad's odds. So, other big companies are also trying to take advantage of this quarantine. Potbelly, steakhouses, places like that got small business loans while small businesses were struggling. And as we know, the government ran out of money, and so now these big businesses, due to public pressure, are returning the money so small businesses can hopefully thrive during this time.
Dumb news of the week. This one can maybe be great American innovation or just really stupid. In Florida, they're taking advantage of having these massive python snakes and they're shedding their skin. So some people are deciding to upgrade the style of their masks with python skin. Now, I think that's super dumb. Other people think it's stylish. What's your guys' thoughts? Mr. Bombeck, you got another one? What's your dumb news of the week?
Snakes. No way would I get close to that, Mr. Kruger. I do have a dumb news story of the week. So, some of you guys bet Mr. Stutzman on your goal sheets with a game we call rock, paper, scissors. However, you're not as stupid as this guy in Canada. This guy in Canada bet $517,000 on a rock, paper, scissors game. He lost, and so he had to give over all his life savings and even foreclose his house in order to pay off this bet. All over rock, paper, scissors. Luckily for him, though, this went to a court in Canada, and they ruled that it's not legal. So, the guy gets all of his money back. How dumb can you be? During this quarantine, some of us have been lazy and gaining that what you would call quarantine 15. Others are hardworking farmers. Mr. Kruger?
Mr. Bombeck. Now, you guys know that I'm the world's greatest social studies teacher, but I have many skills. One being, just like Lloyd, I'm a cowboy. I'm out here working cattle, and then to top it off, I'm also a farmer trying to help out. Check out this live report from the middle of nowhere.
Thanks, Mr. Bombeck. We are reporting live, literally from the middle of nowhere. What you might see here is very Nebraska-like. It is spring, which means planting season. We have the planters out planting corn, planting soybeans. These things are happening. Very big news for Nebraska. Reporting live from nowhere. Back to you.
Allen is not a great place to be right now. I'm not trying to scare you, but if you see the statistics, the coronavirus is definitely here. Some of your relatives and family members might even have it. Now, this news is not for us to scare you guys. So we found a great news story about things that are happening in Central Nebraska. One being with the pump and pantry business known as the Bosselman Enterprise. They passed out 452.5 gallons of hand sanitizers to local businesses and people to help out during this time. The other cool part, all of this hand sanitizer was made at the University of Nebraska in their lab there, working with ethanol. Instead of taking ethanol from the corn and making fuel out of it, they were able to extract it and make it into hand sanitizer. That is one great state and local community working together to help each other out. Thinking Apple, boom, out with another phone. Yeah, the iPhone SE. And some of you might be thinking, Mr. Kruger, your phone, is it still going? You bet you guys, this phone is going to last forever. Okay, I'm not buying a new phone. Well, maybe sometime. But I'm going to still use my small phone. I don't care what you say. This is still working. But iPhone did issue the new iPhone SE, the 2020 version, where it has the technology of the iPhone 11 in a size like the iPhone 8. All right, so you are getting great technology in an older product for a very cheap price relative. All right, instead of spending $1,000 on a phone, it's $399. That's a deal. Favorite segment of the show, the dad joke of the day. This one comes from Derek Johnson. Why couldn't you see the elephant hiding behind the tree? Because he was really good at hiding. Mr. Bombeck?
That was a good joke, Derek. Elephants are in my top 4. So, my dad jokes of the day are going to be provided by Lizzie Sykes. Take it away, Lizzie.
Hey Ethan, why do ducks have feathers?
Why?
To cover their butt quacks!
Hey bro, do you want this pamphlet?
Bro, sure.
All right, it's my personal favorite segment of each week, Mount Rushmore. Let's recap last week. The Mount Rushmore chips, one of my favorite foods. Your guys' tops were Takis and Hot Cheetos. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Those can mess up your insides. Number 3, Sun Chips, Garden Salsa. I always get those when I'm at Subway. They're a pretty good choice. Number 4 was Doritos. And final, which was on Mr. Kruger's, was the cheddar and sour cream Ruffles. Mr. Kruger, what's the Mount Rushmore for this week?
Mount Rushmore. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll just go with what you guys suggest. The most popular thing that was said last week was drinks. Okay, so what your favorite drinks are. All right, and you can go all pop, all whatever, it doesn't matter. Just your favorite drinks. And if you have specific places, that's fine where you like to drink to. Okay, first, it's got to be Dr. Pepper. Love Dr. Pepper. All right, it's such a great pop. When it's cold, it's way better than any of them. Warm pop's terrible. But Dr. Pepper, gotta go with canned Dr. Pepper. Fountain Dr. Pepper is not the same, and bottled Dr. Pepper is not the same. Right? Canned Dr. Pepper all the way. Okay. Number 2, favorite thing to drink in the classroom. Right? My peach tea. I love tea, but be careful. It's not sweet tea. Hate sweet tea. Okay. It's peach tea unsweetened. It just has like little peach things with just your regular tea. All right. Not sweet tea. Sweet tea is terrible. Okay. Number 3. When it's a hot day and you're just really thirsty, great glass of ice cold water. Okay, love water, love to taste water. Maybe go out to a restaurant somewhere and they have great water there too. When you have a good glass of water, barely anything ever better than that. Okay, and then last is I love orange juice, but no pulp. Okay, I don't need that stuff floating around in my juice. All right, orange juice is my 4th one. Okay, all right, love drinks. I'm interested to hear what your guys' are, including yours, Mr. Bombeck.
Good choices, Mr. Kruger. My top 4 Mount Rushmore drinks. Number 1, Coca-Cola. You can't beat the classic. Number 2, unsweet iced tea, no flavor. It's delicious, especially homemade sun tea, so good. Number 3, little get me up in the morning, coffee, but definitely with creamer. I can't drink it black. I want to be one that can drink it black, like Mr. Kruger, but I can't bring myself to do it. Have to have the creamer. And the last one, number 4, horchata. Whenever I get tacos, quesadillas, burritos, anywhere, you got to get a nice large glass of horchata. You know what time it is? Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. It's sports. The NFL draft ended this weekend. It's what I was looking forward to the most, so you knew I was going to talk about it. 2 Huskers were drafted, the Davis twins, Carlos and Khalil Davis. And SEC had the most players drafted for like the 10th year in a row. We'll see what these rookies can do once they get into training camp. As you can see with my hat, it's for Cam Akers, the next great Rams running back. Let's also talk about some other sports. Tom Brady, the newest member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He got in trouble in Tampa Bay for a couple reasons. First, he was working out in a park that was closed. He got cited, which is a ticket, from the cops. Second, he was walking back from a workout and he walked into the wrong house. This might not be a big deal, but supposedly it was a workout with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which the NFL is not allowing. This could cause a punishment or something to happen to not only Tom Brady, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I guess the cheaters never stop cheating, no matter where they are. Mr. Kruger?
Sports. It's a difficult time for a lot of people. And this time of year, it gets real hard for me. One of my favorite sporting events is the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Now, I believe it's a sport. First off, it's on ESPN, right? That's all it needs to be said. Now, the problem is they just canceled the Scripps National Spelling Bee, which is devastating, right? Tons of people across the world love to look up to these young kids who can spell way better than us, all right? So it's a really disappointing time. Then there's little moments like this that we won't get to have this year, right? This kid won the Scripps National Spelling Bee, and he has the ultimate swagger. Check out this clip. Here's a great news story for you, right? Makes you have a little bit more faith in our country. In a small town in Pennsylvania, they have a factory. In this factory, they make medical supplies, all right? The N95 masks, the gowns, any other protective equipment basically being used in all the hospitals across the world right now, right? While they're doing this, the coronavirus had a big outbreak. They decided the factory's employees was going to shut down and stay in the factory and shut down their lives and stay inside the factory and work for 28 straight days, not seeing their family, not leaving. All right, they're literally living in the factory and then working because they're trying to provide millions of pieces of important equipment during this time. All right, they stay there, they go through the whole thing. They provided over 700 million items to be used across the country. Stay there for 28 days. On the 28th day, they all clocked out. They had 12-hour shifts, 12 hours on, 12 hours off every single day. Sleeping, eating, all being done at the factory. That's dedication. That's made in the USA. Last thing is we have heard feedback that you would like to be connected to your students. We've done pictures, we've done some of these other things. So we thought we'd upgrade to a Flipgrid. Now, some of the other classes probably have done these things, but we're just trying to make this fun. All right. So if you have a cool talent, all right, or if you have a joke you want to tell, or if you have a TikTok dance that you would like to do, all right, then please share it on Flipgrid. We want to look through these. We want to look back and see, make some more connections, especially with people we haven't seen. It can be something small. It can be something awesome. You can video it on your computer. You can video it on a phone and upload it. It doesn't matter, guys. We thought this would just be an awesome way to maybe connect during the week. All right. Awesome job. Mr. Bombeck, to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kruger. We are really excited to see you guys again, so please, please, please participate in the Flipgrid. Have a good week. Keep working hard. Flatten the curve. And as always, go Cougs!